Well, 7 months ago this week, BYU men's basketball introduced a new head coach who was until that time on the path to a head coaching job in the NBA. But Kevin Young chose the BYU fork in the road, and Cougar Nation is very glad that he did. Tonight, we welcome him into Studio C for the first time, the first of many times, as this will be the home for his weekly show in a couple of weeks. Bring him on out. BYU men's basketball head coach, Kevin Young.
Thank you, man.
Now you're official.
There we go.
Now you're official.
There we go.
I love it. I love having you guys in the same room. All right. I want to ask you both the question. When did you guys first get in touch with each other as BYU colleagues?
Well, once I knew that he was going to be our basketball coach, I knew ahead before some of the others. And I told Brian Santiago and Tom Holm I need his number because I knew of him and his reputation, what he was doing in the NBA and what he's done as a coach. And so, wanted to fix my jumper a little bit, see if he can help me out. But more than anything, just wanted to wish him the best and welcome him to the family. And I think everybody else kind of did the rest. But I just want him to know that I'm a big BYU basketball fan, and and looking forward to seeing him do his thing. And he's done a great job. And we've been able to share notes and talk in our coaches meetings, and text quite a bit back and forth. And he's a huge help to me in my job. It's been a lot of fun doing that.
Take us back to your first interaction then.
Yeah, I think, initially right out of the gate, Coach reached out. But for me, I was about a week on the job, and I remember I just cold called him, and I was just, man, how do you do this? And he was gracious enough, gave me about an hour of his time, and literally I just called him out of the blue. I know he was getting ready for his season. So, for me, that was just kind of let me know where he stood, and for him to spend that kind of time with me and just picking his brain, just putting the staff together, how do you move around town, different things like that. So I think just the mutual respect was kind of there right out of the gate.
What's the best thing that a basketball coach can learn from a football coach and vice versa? Because you occupy, pretty high profile positions here at the university.
Yeah. For me, I'm always fascinated with how football coaches manage their staff. So much bigger than a basketball staff. When I was in the NBA, Brett Brown, who I worked for with the 76ers, he kind of ran his staff in the football model. Him and Chip Kelly were close friends when he was at the Eagles. And so, we did a lot of stuff that they did. And I'm always just fascinated about how they run meetings, how they deliver information. How does he get information from the coaches, and how does that get to the players? And so I'm really fascinated just with their processes.
Well, then for me, I'm always into the culture of the game. And so you study. I grew up in the days when Pat Riley had his hair slicked back, and everybody had their different style of things. But I read a book that it's called Culture Code, and it highlighted Popovich and what he did as a coach. And it was nothing about basketball. It was more about organization, relationships, and how to get all the different personalities and egos to work together and pull in the right direction. And so he saw this common ground where everybody that's in basketball, you don't have a lot of time, and it's a loud arena. People can hear what you say. Not a lot of people can hear what I say on the field. So it's a little bit more high profile and a little bit more spotlight on it. And just being able to talk to the guys that have been in the NBA is a different deal. But seeing the crossover and seeing what KY is doing here, man, it's been a lot of fun being to see him kind of implement it into BYU and here in Provo, and you can feel the energy from it.
You've been a basketball guy forever, but you love football.
I do love football. Me and you talk fantasy trades all the time. So, no, I love football. I love the game. I got two young boys that love playing as well. I'm one of 5. I'm one of 6 kids, 5 boys. We were playing football in the backyard all the time. So, huge football guy. Love what these guys are doing. It's been unbelievably fun to follow their season. They're absolutely killing it, and so I'm a huge fan. I try to go to every game that I can and watch the away games. So can't wait to see what they continue to do.
As we do your show through the season, we'll learn more about your career path, obviously, and the stops you've had. But right before the break, how do you describe the path you took to get to Provo?
Long, windy road, man, for sure. And I think most coaches' roads are pretty windy. I don't think I learned that a long time ago. There's very few straight paths. It's a right turn here, a long left turn over there, a hill you got to climb and then go down and so forth. And so, for me, I just try to learn as much as I could kind of along the way. But this is where I was meant to be, and my family's excited to be here, and just really just feel blessed for, the opportunity.